Good morning! I cannot get over the fact that it is November and it's like 70 something degrees outside. It feels amazing. Walking to Trader Joe's today. I'm gonna pick up a few things for this morning. I went in to get some extra stuff for my green juice. I needed cucumber, kale, and celery. I grabbed a few things also for my protein shake. I didn't have protein powder for a long time, but I just recently got some. So I'm back to making my protein shakes, which I'm really excited about because they're so good. Once I get home, I'll show you guys how I make my protein shake, how I've been making it recently. My ingredients for my green juice, which we're not doing today. We'll do that tomorrow. We need some ice. I'm gonna do a little handful of ice. We'll do an entire banana. I usually have my bananas frozen, but I just got these, so. Some oatmeal. This is the only one that I have right now, which honestly is fine because it's gonna make it a little more sweet. This is the maple and brown sugar Quaker oats. I feel like almond butter would work too, but I want that taste of peanut butter, which is weird because I'm not a peanut butter girly, but I could get down with a good peanut butter banana shake. I'm not the type to just sit and eat peanut butter on a spoon. You know, I'm not peanut butter baby level, but the taste, a little hint of peanut butter in something, I don't mind. I know that there's a lot of people that don't like bananas or peanut butter, so this is probably not it for you. I don't know what it is about banana in a milkshake, banana bread, banana flavored things I always have really enjoyed. Some almond milk. I just kind of pour it in and eyeball it. And then of course our protein powder, whatever protein powder you got. This one is vanilla bean flavor, which I feel like goes really well with these flavors. I feel like I always end up trying a new protein powder every time I go in and get one. This is the first time I've gotten this one, and if you're curious, it's a plant-based organic protein by Orgain. Mix 2 scoops. 2 of these. I like to add a little drizzle of honey. Ooh, perfect. It smells so good. So good. I think the first time I ever tried a peanut butter banana smoothie or shake was at this little coffee shop back home. I forgot what it was called, but it was right next to my gym. And so sometimes after the gym, we would go there to get protein shakes. And one of them was a peanut butter banana one. And that's the same one that I would always get every time if I wanted a protein shake from there. Delicious.
How old are they? What do they do professionally, for a living? And what do they do for fun? I want you to make a thorough inventory of what's inside their wallet or their purse. Or if there's someone that doesn't have either of those things, I want you to describe what's inside their pockets or what are they afraid of? and things are gonna come in and they're gonna ping, whether it's something you overhear that kind of strikes you as a little weird, or a person that you see that kind of intrigues you, and that's where this sort of inspiration can start.
I have started taking creative writing classes online, and it actually makes me really excited because one, this is kind of making my inner child happy, but also it's another hobby that actually works my brain. Creative writing was actually one of my favorite things to do in school as far back as I can remember, like being a little kid. It was always so fun to me to just come up with stories. I had notebooks full of like little stories. My dad is an amazing storyteller. It's actually insane how good he is at telling stories on the spot and just making everything up as he goes. One of my favorite memories that stands out as kids is my dad telling my brother and I bedtime stories, and a lot of the time they were scary bedtime stories. So thanks, Dad. That's probably why I am the way that I am. But they were so good, and I have no idea how he came up with this stuff. They were so detailed. I literally felt like I was watching a movie. Even he's like, I have no idea how I just came up with that stuff. Being able to write like even just little short stories has always been fun. I think it's like a really cool, fun hobby to have. So I've decided to take it upon myself to take these online creative writing classes. This class that I'm taking right now is actually called Creative Writing Boot Camp. So it's just basically trying to get my brain working, get my creative juices flowing, and start from the very beginning as to like an idea for a story, building up the characters, dialogue, and all that stuff. It's on Skillshare. Skillshare is basically a school for creatives. So it makes me really excited to actually be working with Skillshare. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I'm sure that you guys have heard of Skillshare before, but if you guys have never heard of them before, let me put you on. If you're a creative, if you're an entrepreneur, this is really, really cool. They have so many different classes on here. They have thousands of creative classes in countless categories, all ranging from beginner to advanced classes, which is really helpful. Design, art, film and video, photography. They have productivity classes, so many different classes, so many different teachers that just help you improve in whatever it is that you're looking for. They have marketing, business, writing, crafts, DIY. Interior design has always been really interesting to me too, so I'm definitely going to be looking into those classes as well. The question that I get a lot from people who are trying to start their own YouTube channels about cameras or how I edit or where I edit thumbnails or how to do that. They have everything on here. They are the largest online community for creatives. What I really like about it is they have a learning by doing type of approach to teaching. It's not just like sitting and listening to someone talk. I have to complete all the lessons, which is 14 lessons, in order to complete a class. And then once you actually complete the class, you get to submit a project, which is actually really cool. You're able to get feedback from the community, and at the end you get to earn a certificate, which is also really cool. I also love that you're able to go at your own pace, take the lessons at your own pace. You're also able to take as many classes and learn as many skills as you want. If you're a freelancer, Skillshare can help you take your career, hobbies, passion, side hustles to the next level. So if you want to check out Skillshare for yourself and check out the classes on there, the first 500 people to use my link in the description box will get 1 month free on Skillshare. So don't forget to click that link and get started today. She's wandering out a little far. Look at her over there. You guys see her over there? Oh, she's coming back now. When we first moved here, one of the most important things for me and Harley was to find some nice staple parks that, one, have a large grassy area, two, have a nice trail to walk, and three, are not super busy and packed with tons of people all the time. So it took us a little bit to end up finding these parks, but this is one of them. I love this park. A lot of the times when we come here earlier in the day, there's like nobody here and we have the entire park to just run around. I just love her being able to be off leash and run around, being able to have her own little area. Back home, there's just so many parks. Like, it's not hard to find a beautiful, green, luscious, huge, spacious parks. There's so many of them. The nature here is just completely different. Like, the nature here is beaches, activities to do by the water. There's hiking and trails and stuff like that, but it's just dirt roads up in the dry ass mountains. There's just not a lot of greenery here. They're bare, like the sun is just shining down on you the entire time. There's no trees. Why do you guys have no trees for shade on trails? That's one of my questions. Like, there's just no trees providing you shade. You're just like dying of heat the entire time. I guess that's the difference. Like, back home there's just a lot more nature in the sense of like greenery, hiking, trails, parks. Here it's just a lot of like water activities, kayaking, beaches, sunshine, vitamin D. This park, for example, actually does have a lot of trees and a lot of shade, which I really appreciate. I also really do like that they have dog beaches. I've taken Harley to a couple dog beaches here. Back home, they also do have the like no dogs allowed at the beach specifically, but I would get away with it because Harley is so tiny and she's small and she literally just stayed by me the entire time. Or we would go at night and have a bonfire and like they just wouldn't really care. There's a lot of beaches here that they just completely do not allow dogs. So the fact that they have a lot of dog beaches also is really cool. Babies, hey, in order to play fetch, you need to bring me your toy back. Ready? Go get it. Get your toy. Get your toy. She always does this. And bring it back. Get your toy. I swear she's only good at playing fetch when we're at home. Happy girl! Happy girl! Happy girl! Got my iced vanilla latte and got a little bit of work done. Since I'm out here, I think I'm gonna check out a couple of thrift stores. I'm refreshing slash redoing my makeup. We're getting ready to go out to dinner in a little bit. We have very much instilled the habit of eating at home and cooking at home. So it's just a rare little treat where we'll find a cute little dinner spot and we're like, you know what? We deserve to treat ourselves. We have a few spots in mind, not really too sure which one we're gonna go to. We might end up checking out an Italian or Roman spot. Also, my wrist is f***ed up, guys. It hurts really, really bad. It's been messed up for a really long time. I don't know how this all started. I don't know if it's tendonitis. I don't know if it's carpal tunnel. I don't know. It's definitely something with my tendon in my wrist, and I don't know where it started from. I don't know if it's just me editing, even though this wrist is fine. Days leading up to this, my wrist hurt for a while. I've been wearing this thing, which really doesn't do much, but it kind of reminds me It kind of just is there to remind me not to use this hand as much, to kind of just like keep this wrist as still as possible and keep my thumb as still as possible. I was icing it a few minutes ago. It's when things like this happen that I'm reminded to be grateful for my wrists and my ankles and my joints working properly. On the plus side, I look kind of badass, right? It's 5:20 and it is pitch black outside. Even though I know that the day is not over and we could obviously still go out and do things, it just makes me feel like I should be in bed by 6 p.m. It honestly does kind of get in the way of doing things. Like I feel like I have to get everything done before 5 p.m. I was just watching the new Zodiac docuseries on Netflix. I was kind of hesitant on watching it because I feel like I've seen literally every single thing having to do with the Zodiac. I was like, what new information am I gonna get from this? Basically, it just talks about the fact that we actually did know the entire time who the Zodiac killer was, and he was arrested. He did go to jail, but not for the serial killings. He just went to jail for being also another form of piece of crap. I have phases when it comes to reading and binge watching TV shows and movies, and for these past couple of weeks I have been just consuming so many movies, more so, not really TV shows. I did finish one show, which was 9 Perfect Strangers. That one's based on the book. I've heard that the book is like 10,000 times better and different in so many ways from the show, but the show was pretty good. From someone that has not read the book, Nicole Kidman is like the main character. She's like the cult leader. She's just amazing in everything that she does, especially with October spooky season happening. I was just binge watching a bunch of horror movies because that's just what you do in October. I mean, I don't know what you do, but that's what I do. I feel like I have to watch all the classics like Scream, Halloween, Jason movies, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I mixed in some new movies that I haven't seen. The other day I watched this movie called Men. It is a horror movie called Men, which such a fitting title. If you've seen it, then you know exactly what I'm feeling right now. It's insanely creepy, disturbing, but it is so good. Like the entire meaning behind it, the ending of that movie, I don't think I've ever been traumatized from a movie the way that movie left me.
Again, I'm not going to comment on an ongoing criminal investigation.
He was standing there in his house coat and pajamas. I must say I've never really been honest to give them back, but he never got any time to take one. His one provision. Alan says a friend of his brother left swore those pipe bombs were ex-con friend, the Zodiac love the interview. When I got in the car,
The show just refreshed my memory a little bit. So he was one of the leading suspects, but they were just never able to for sure confirm that he was the Zodiac. They just didn't have concrete evidence to be able to arrest him for that.
The blacked out walls. Oh! Oh, the new camera?
The new camera's out today!
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
Oh! Whoa, it's like a little Game Boy.
It's literally like a phone. What? Yeah. Thank you.
Don't say a word. Thank you guys. You're welcome. Did you guys decide on some cocktails?
Shout out to Kate, our host. She sat us down, but she said that she ended up watching my video where we toured San Diego.
So sweet. My life and your life, like it almost works out good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, the crust is amazing.
That's a mountain. So good. That's a mountain. First, snatch me up.
Give me one of the water, yeah.